Thanks for staying with us, joining us to talk about Flap Co-op, Asset Rise Company, the journey so far, and the socio-economic impact they have made through the Nigerian real estate and agricultural space. Is the president himself, Flap Co-op, and general manager and director, Asset Rise Limited, Mr. Oluwarutimi Ojamamuyi. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
So when we heard of Flap Co-op, we're thinking, what is this about? Because every day we come up with all sorts of names and all sorts of projects and this and that. What is Flap Co-op and Asset Rise?
Great. So thank you, ladies. A pleasure to be here. Flap Co-op is Flexible Luxury and Asset Payments Limited, the acronym for Flap. But as a cooperative, we have to measure to Flap Co-op.
Okay.
And we're licensed by the Lagos State Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Cooperative to practice cooperative, organizing people to save and to own assets, and whatever means we can practice cooperative. But having been on the journey of cooperative so far, our aim is to actually accelerate our members to own assets as a means of solving poverty. So how I mean is, if you practice the normal banking system, over 80% of savings account holders can access loans because, in quotes, they are not viable to access loans. You either have to go and bring a CFO that you don't have or other documents. So we saw, how do we elevate poverty from this 80%? Our journey is to bring them up to owning assets like real estate so that they can have CFO, they can have properties. And when they have this, they are eligible for financial stability and can always have access to loans and other facilities. And when we talk about Asset Rise now, so we saw this journey and we have to also create a real estate company called Asset Rise Limited. In simple meaning, let the asset rise. And the people become asset owners, they escape from poverty, they're landlords, and the rest.
So I know that you have a project ongoing at Epe. Can you tell us about it?
Okay, thank you. With Asset Rise and with Flap Co-op, we've been able to focus more on agriculture and real estate. And our project in the agriculture is creating transitional model for real estate. How I mean is, we buy land in developing locations, especially maybe Epe or other developing locations. And possibly you buy because these places will go up in value later. But you leave this land fallow and nothing is done on them and bush grow on it. So what we have done is, when you buy cheap, let's create an economic value out of this land. We'll rent the land from you and we plant on it. So in some of our estates, like in Kobak, Beokuta, and City Lane Gardens, and Mawuwa Fada, Crystal City Ambience, and in the Provisional Garden City, we have acres of cassava plantation that are owned by, we partner with landlords to make this farm happen. The security is your land. When the development comes close to this area, we simply remove our plants and the land will have add value over time. So for the landlords, your land is adding value over time, but your land is also giving you passive income. So it's not until you build that house and you rent it out before you start earning rental income.
Yes.
By owning a land, you can earn rental income.
So let me be sure. So I buy land from you.
Yeah.
The land I bought from you, you pay me 20% of rent every year.
Yes.
To farm on it. Yeah. Now, when you harvest, do I get a profit from what the harvest?
No.
Oh, it's yours.
It's
ours.
So
that's
rent. That's
rental. So it's 20%. Can't I increase it to 50% increase?
I'm going off the land now.
I'm interested in the farming, for instance.
So, can I tell you to farm for me on my behalf?
Yes. So we've created this project in a different model.
Okay.
You can farm by yourself and we can farm for you. So we have the temporary crops like the cassava, the maize, and the rest of them that you can harvest within 3 months, 1 year. Recently in Epe, we have over 10,000 ridges of yam. By February, we'll be harvesting our yam and cassavas. So for these people, if you want to farm, you can come. It's your land. If you are not renting to us, we don't. It's not a must. Yes, we're farming.
How would your profit come?
So it's your land. If you don't rent to us, it's still your land.
Okay.
It's not a must you rent to us.
So if you farm for me, how would you earn?
So if you're farm, then we are managed. We have to sign an MOU to share profits.
Okay.
For farming for you.
Okay.
So, but for this very one now, we have another project which is the PalmRich Estate that I'm going to talk about.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so the PalmRich Estate, what we are doing there, it's cash crops. And we all know the value of cash crops, especially the palm tree.
Yeah.
The palm tree is an everlasting tree. And I'll share this story with you. As a young boy, I grew up seeing my father having a fleet of cars, and we're going to the best of schools. And then when we were in school, I hardly would tell my friend my father is a farmer. Because then, if your father is not an engineer or something, you're not proud of him.
My father is not worker.
Exactly. So one day, my father came to school with Mercedes-Benz 230D. And none of that is in our school then. That was the first. So all the students rushed out and see Mercedes-Benz 230D. And I was so proud to see my father.
But the farmer.
The farmer. So, but yes, I think the second year after that, he died when I was 14. When we look back, if all we were having as an asset is the Mercedes-Benz 230D, it would be a foolish thing because by today, it would be in the museum. But my father left acres of palm trees. Until today, all the children were sent to school with palm tree farming. We made this oil every month. We produce over 100 kegs every month. Today, a keg of palm oil is more expensive. A 25-liter keg of palm oil is more expensive than a 25-liter keg of petrol.
Yes.
A keg of palm oil in Lagos is around 25,000 now. In my village, it's 20,000. So we mill oil and we pay all our bills. And that land has appreciated in value also. Today, we are sitting on an asset over 100 acres and we have palm trees on it. So take cassava, for example. It can stay anywhere and survive with the sun, with the rain. The palm tree also can survive anywhere. And we've understood also that crowdfunding, it's not the best model for this. And that's why we've created a security. You own the asset. So you're not giving us your money and we say we'll pay you capital and interest. No. The asset is yours. The land is appreciating in value over time and you're making money from your land.